just the cutest little thing. Look at him. Kuju kuju. Okay. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Zach, aka Crochet Me Zaddy, and I am a crochet content creator here on the internet to talk to you about crochet things. If you are new here, welcome along, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for checking back in on little old me. In today's video, we're going to be going over the top 10 trends for 2024, and I have compiled a very extensive list for you all. I have done the research into all the different fashion blogs, all the different home decor blogs, a lot of research into Pinterest and the Pinterest Predicts report, which you should all go totally check out. I've got a link below. They pretty much get all the statistics of what people have been looking into for like towards the end of 2023, and then compile a list of subjects in different areas like food and drink or even sports, and talk about the different trends that are likely to come about in those areas. So using those different research methods that I've been using, I have compiled a list of the top 10 trends for 2024, which I'm going to share with you all. This is particularly relating to crochet and maybe across fiber arts in general, but I've got crochet on the mind, so we're gonna go with that. And just to let you know, this is just like personal opinions. I am not the seer of crochet trends for 2024, but I like to think that I've come here with a research background and that these will likely come about. Even some of them I've already started seeing, so let's just get into it. Just to start it off, I think overall, I think we're just gonna be seeing a lot more of outstanding designs, intricate designs. I think people will just be wanting to like outdo what they did in 2023. It's just gonna be bigger and more creative than you've seen in the years prior. Saying that, let's just get straight into the list. I'm also gonna be looking down at my notes on the side here, so if you're ever wondering like, why does he keep looking down there? It's because that's where my notes are. I've written quite a lot about each of these topics, and I just wanna make sure I'm getting all my ideas out there because there's a lot to say on each one. So number one on the list is a fashion trend that I think will be coming in for 2024, and that is modest and oversized clothing. I think this is already pretty huge in the crochet community, as most people love the cozy vibes, but I think we'll definitely see a rise in even more baggier and even more modester clothing. I'm thinking that we'll be seeing a lot more of like turtlenecks, the sweater vests, cardigans, everything like that. The areas of fashion that have been noted to be on the rise is grandpa core, jazz core, and librarian core. So if you don't know what core means, it's kind of like a term for a stylistic theme. So I think in the years previous we've seen a lot of cottage core, so thinking like mushrooms and kind of like autumnal feel or fall feel items, depending where you are in the world. I think we'll be seeing a lot more like modest style clothing. I think high coverage and less body hugging clothes. So thinking into like jazz core, that's why I immediately thought of turtleneck, and then like the oversized sweaters and maybe even dresses that start like up here and then go down into like straight into a triangular fit, trench coat kind of style, kind of fits in with either that jazz or librarian kind of theme. But in regards to like grandpa core coming in strong and actually staying strong, in my opinion, I think we've already seen a lot of it in 2023 with a lot of the sweater vests, and I think we're just gonna be seeing a lot more of them. I know a lot more people are wearing kind of like baggier jeans or even cargo pants, and if you're wanting to pair something baggy on the bottom half of your body, normally you'd wear something that's a bit more fitted on the top, and that's why I think we'll be seeing a lot more sweater vests. What comes to my mind is Mrs. Moonheaven, Jada. I can just imagine her in her cargo pants right now with her sweater vest, and that's the kind of style I think we'll be seeing a lot more in 2024. And then we come to trend number 2, which is still within the clothing realm. It's more to do with like a mixed mediums. I put it down as DIY clothing. What I'm thinking of is not like creating your own clothing, but more finding existing clothing and then upcycling it with a flair of crochet. If you think about like this grandpa core that is going strong and even coming in stronger, think about like their old biker jackets, their old denim jackets, bomber jackets, and then if you like attach like different crochet motifs, patches, things like that into the jackets, that's where I'm thinking crochet will be coming in strong. So you imagine people doing like granny square patches on a ripped jean in the knee, or a good example of this is Alexandria Massey, where she had a brand deal with Converse and she's gone ahead and crocheted over the shoes or created crochet motifs to attach to the shoes and created this Converse cross crochet mixture. So I think this kind of mixed medium is where the trend will be for a lot of existing clothing pieces, and how we'll see a lot more people kind of leaning into that extra bit of creativity for 2024. Number 3, this is one trend that you would have already seen trending a lot in 2023, and that is the bow motif. A lot of people have already been adding bows into so many different things. It was last year where we had the whole discussion the discussion around the Hope Macaulay bows, which is kind of controversial, but still that was probably around the era where I think this bow trend was coming in. I think that's leading up to a part where we're not necessarily just putting bows on everything, but we're making the bow motif appear everywhere. And especially over the next couple of weeks coming into Valentine's Day, I am telling you, we're gonna see bows for days. And it was really funny because the thing is like I've filmed this video twice before, and since then, Crochet by Jenna has released a turtle with a bow on its back, and I was like, see, the bow motif. And then this, if I put it up here, I just literally scrolling my feed, this came across as, it was this creator's core, and look, bows. So I'm telling you, we're gonna be seeing a lot more bows everywhere. It's not just gonna be just bows attached to things, but it's gonna be the bow motif throughout, and I think that'll be really strong for this first half of 2024. I'm betting on it. Trend number 4 is also kind of in and around the fashion trends, and that's to do with oversized accessories. Now this is a trend that is just directly from Pinterest Predicts, and I agree. I've already seen this around. This is people wearing like oversized earrings. I have seen so many giant sunflower crochet earrings, and it is so cool to see. And I think this is just gonna get extended into other areas where you have oversized accessories, so even like rings or necklaces, but I don't think I've really seen a crochet ring or a crochet necklace. Maybe bracelets, scrunchies, other accessories. I think people will start being a bit more creative within those realms with their crochet, so keep an eye out. Maybe even velvet bows, who knows. Trend number 5 is bags, bum bags and purses. So I think this is already pretty common in the fashion world of people having these kind of around the waist bags and things like that, and I think it's only a matter of time before a million bum bags, are they called bum bags elsewhere? That's what I call them, make their way into the crochet world. So Aiden Wells Crochet, a very dear friend of mine, released a very cool Ransom Tote Bag towards the end of 2023, and I can only imagine that more will follow for 2024. And I think a reason for this actually trending is because bum bags, I mean, one, they're already trending, but because there's another trend that was once again highlighted by the Pinterest 2024 Pinterest Predicts trends, and that was around like the cutesification of money. So people wanting to be a bit cuter with how they handle money. So think about like credit cards or debit cards that have cute images on there. And I think the way that this will link into the crochet world is people creating cute things with how they carry their money. So I'm thinking purses or wallets, maybe even piggy bank. So that's why I'm thinking the bags, bum bags, purses will be another trend for 2024. Number 6, so thinking about how people want to become more intricate with their designs or more creative, I think color work is going to boom. I think this year we're going to be making bigger, as I said, more intricate designs. I think we're going to be seeing people make some astounding crochet pieces. I think people to watch in this area is once again Aiden Wells Crochet, Ty Bailey, Rosie Mabel Crafts, Sayron Genie. If you have not seen his scissor cardigans, I'll put one up on the screen for you guys. It is amazing the amount of color work that he has put into those pieces. And also Woolen Buggers, who just started a YouTube channel, also very cool with the color work pieces that they create. I think these people are more like leaders in this area, but they will also be the ones to watch out for, and I'm betting that one of them, if not all of them, are going to create some very, very cool colorwork designs for 2024. So I think this is actually going to be something that will be a trend that you'll see linked into a lot of clothing pieces, a lot of tapestry pieces, but the amigurumi community don't really lean into the colorwork area. Like, it's a bit, I mean, it is complex to add it in there, but because of just the way that a lot of amigurumi pieces are created, it doesn't really work in the favor of trying to keep amigurumi things simplified, which is where a lot of people tend to lean towards. So I don't think they'll use color work as much. However, that brings me into point number 7, which is fancier yarns in amigurumi. I think the world of amigurumi is about to boom with textured yarns. Our feather yarns, eyelash yarns, fuzzy yarns, anything that has got a weird and wonderful texture, you name it, and the amigurumi world is about to boom with it. I think there's been an oversaturation of like these very cutesy quick makes that are market makes, very successful. You know, you've seen them all, the turtles, the whales, the mushrooms, everything like that. And I think people were trying to find ways to get their pieces to be a step above that level. And I think one of the easiest ways to do that is to bring in a textured yarn to create something that may have never been seen before or might not be as common. I think people are wanting to actually challenge themselves, because I know we have had a huge boom of people getting into crochet, and I think a way of people challenging themselves is by using these fancy yarns, which are a little bit more difficult to work with, but the payoff is super cool, super neat. Saying that brings me to trend number 8, which is the animals to look out for in the amigurumi world. I think we can all agree that right now dragons are so popular, and there's a reason for that. It's the year of the dragon. So celebrated on January 22nd is the year of the dragon. So it's no wonder that everyone is releasing a dragon pattern right now. I even thought about releasing a dragon pattern myself, and then I was like, you know what, no, let's be a little bit different. Let's release an otter. I mean, yeah, I can't escape it right now. I think there's gonna be so many patterns released up until the 22nd of January, and then after that we're gonna be seeing everyone still making these dragons, and like dragons are a pretty cool like animal to create, and I can only see that being on trend for the first quarter of this year anyway. So kudos to the dragon and happy year of the dragon. Next up on this list is teddy bears. So I think these are going to be very popular for Valentine's Day. I think with a lot more people wanting to use these fancier yarns or fuzzy yarns and things, the first choice is going to be your classic teddy. I even made one myself for Valentine's, so I haven't actually released the testicle. It might already be out there once I've uploaded this video. I think a lot of people are going to be making these little fuzzy little bears, and I think that's going to be one of the first animals to be trending, especially around Valentine's, so keep an eye out for that. Following along in the same pursuit of using textured yarn, I think a lot of people are going to be making birds. So same with using those kind of fuzzy yarns, there's also going to be the feather yarns out there, and I've already seen people like Mom Stitchetti using this on a lot of her designs, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot more people being like, oh yeah, I could make the wings using feathers, or make the whole bird using feathers. So we're gonna see a lot more birds again for 2024. The final animal that I'm gonna put in this category of animals to look out for is, I just put fantasy makes. So I think with the yearning to not only use more fancier yarns, I think people are gonna be wanting to make more intricate designs, and how do they do that? It's by making fantasy animals. I think people will be designing more monsters, fantasy creatures, extra fun things. One creator in particular who does this really well is who actually has a couple of books out there with super cool designs, so definitely go check them out if you want to challenge yourself in the amigurumi aspect. Now let's get out of the amigurumi world and let's talk about the next trend, which is going to be on-the-go projects. I'm thinking about like single skein projects, these kind of quick makes where you don't need a lot of things. So this isn't going to be amigurumi, but this is going to be things that you can carry with you anywhere. It's more to do with that one of the trends that is picking up for 2024 is travel, and there's a thing, I think they call it travel stops or travel rest or something. It's another Pinterest trend, and immediately when I saw this, that people were wanting to travel and then find places where they can travel for a day and literally just relax, I was like, people are going to want to crochet. So I think with this increase of travel, opening up of the world since the pandemic, people are going to be wanting to carry something that's lightweight with them on their trips. I myself, I'm going to New Zealand in a couple of weeks, and immediately I'm thinking, what can I bring that'll be lightweight, easy to take on a plane? So I'm thinking you'll see bucket hats, single skein projects, anything like that, anything that is on the go. And then last but not least, this is another trend that isn't really particularly like an item piece. The way I'm describing this is expression through crochet. I think there'll be a big push for not only more intricate pieces, but more ways in which people are using the medium of crochet to convey their feelings and emotions. Like, I think a lot more people this year will be wanting to seek more of a deeper connection from their creators, and creators that stand out will be those with a good sense of community. Where this fits in the crochet is that people will be wanting to align themselves with people who are like-minded. So people want to see the intention behind the art, the expression that they've created with it. I also think that like this year being an election year in the USA, you'll see a lot of identity incorporated into a lot of pieces to show empowerment or show representation. And there's going to be a lot of conversations about identity politics in the lead up to the US election. So I'm thinking particularly around June being Pride Month, I think we'll be seeing a lot of Pride plushies, a lot of trans rights plushies, because that has been of particular attention with politicians globally. And I know it's a US election, but I think people are so interconnected online right now, so it's hard to be left out of the US politics. So I think people will be wanting to feel more empowered and speak on issues that matter the most. So you'll be seeing a lot of that incorporated into their crochet pieces, whether it be clothing, amigurumi, you name it, it's gonna be in there. So there you are. So there we have it. Those are my top 10 trends for 2024. What do you think? I made this list using a little bit of research, a little bit of intuition, and I think the majority of them are gonna be trends. So let me know in the comments below if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, if there's any other trends that I may have missed out on that I didn't include in this video. I would love to hear them. But I'm gonna call it there and carry on with my day. So I just want to say a huge thank you to all my Patreon members. You guys mean the world to me. Here they all are, these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. They are supporting me so much through Patreon, which is helping me on my journey to become a full-time crochet artist, content creator, person on the internet. I can't thank them enough. So thank you so much. If you're interested in joining my Patreon, click the link below. There are benefits out there for being a Patreon member, especially regarding my patterns and upcoming patterns and things like that. So definitely go check it out. But apart from that, thank you all for hanging out with me and coming in to check out the 2024 trends video. Maybe we'll check in later in this year to see if I was right. I think that could be fun. But apart from that, I'm gonna go. So thank you all and have a lovely day. Bye. Do my little outro dance. Okay, bye.